today we head from Serbia into Romania. So to start the Romanian portion of this trip, we're going to Timisoara, which is actually the hometown of our tour director, Roxy. And so with EF Ultimate Breaks, you have like a tour director who's a local who sticks with you for the whole trip and just make sure you're taking care of everything. But she is actually from Timisoara, so I'm very excited to see her town. And whenever we arrive there, we will just essentially go straight into a walking tour. We're starting the portion of the trip where for, I think it's 3 nights, we just stay in one hotel each night. Like, does that make sense? We stay in each hotel one night. There we go. We stay in each hotel one night. And so this morning we're busing off into Timisoara, and then we are immediately going on our walking tour. And then I bet we'll like have dinner and, I don't know, explore through the night a little bit. But then when we wake up tomorrow, we're just busing off to a new location. So just a few hours in Timisoara, but very excited.
This is it, and I swear there ain't nothing better. We're up and we're out in the perfect weather. I just wanna run away with you. I just wanna run away with you. Don't you wanna know that the time's changing? Don't you wanna know that the ride is yours? Don't you wanna roll away? Don't you wanna roll? It's on you to decide if something changes. Say bye, 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 bye. When you're stuck in chains, well, nothing changes. I just wanna run away with you. I said, now I just wanna run away with you. Don't you wanna know that the time's changing? Don't you wanna know that the ride is yours? Don't you wanna roll away? Don't you wanna roll? Don't you wanna lie by the ocean and glide to the places above? Don't you wanna roll away? Don't you wanna roll? I'll go where the wind goes, and I'll go where the wind goes.
This walking tour was very interesting, really incredible. The tour guide who gave it was really good at telling stories, essentially. So it was like I was learning history without just feeling like I was learning history. Timisoara itself is a super cute town. Like, I really wish we had more time to explore here. But after our walking tour, Roxy, like I said, our tour director, took us to a little bar that she said she's been to like so many times as she lived in Timisoara. Absolutely loves it. And we had a little impromptu Prosecco tasting, which is so fun. Like, just the fact that these are where her memories are and then she gets to share them, like, that just feels so special. And a tour director on the walking tour, we actually ran into her sister and her nephew, which is just like crazy coincidence. Like, I just love the fact that this is her hometown and we get to experience it with her. But Timisoara was actually the beginning of the Romanian Revolution in 1989, so really recent of a revolution, and Timisoara is where it began. And so I really like they've like preserved the history quite a bit, and there's some buildings even like in the square that still have bullet holes in them from the beginning of the revolution from the government. And I just think it's a really interesting way to preserve history like that. Like, they have 3 different squares in the town, and it really does look like it's just from a fairy tale. For dinner, we headed to dinner in one of the squares, and I ended up getting carbonara because in the States I can't eat dairy. For some reason in Europe I very much can, and so I'm trying to eat as much of it as I can.
This is so
We finished up the night after dinner by going and finding a little spot to sit, a little bar that was right on the, I think it's a river, I think it's technically called that. Apparently Timisoara was built on a swamp like 1,000 years ago or so, and this little river is the only part of the swamp that is left over. And so I don't know if it actually connects anywhere or if it's just a body of water, but we just sat on the water, had some drinks, enjoyed time together, and it was really fun before going back to the hotel, making sure everything was packed up, because this morning we're headed from Timisoara into Sibiu, which is about a 2 or so hour drive. I found that the bus rides, I guess, really haven't been too bad at all. I think something that I didn't necessarily know that I would really like, but that I've really liked on this trip is the fact that it's a pretty condensed trip. So anytime that we've been driving, it's been probably max 3 hours between places, which just feels nice because then it's like the actual time getting to be in places is maximized. I know they have some tours, not that this is a bad thing at all, but they have some tours that the cities you go to are much more spread out, so you can like get, you know, the highlights of wherever you want to go. And I think those will be cool, but also I really enjoy getting to kind of deep dive into the area that we're in. And so Sibiu's another like little mountain town in Romania, and when we get there we'll do the same thing. We're gonna go to orienting walking tour and get to explore the town ourselves.
Arguing again, arguing about something so simple. Make it clear, tell me why you're running back to him. Feeling insecure, feeling like there's more to your character. Every tear that you cry is worth it in the end. But baby, tell me, how have you not figured it out? Ooh, dry your eyes. The world can always give you reasons to cry. Understand, you're stronger than you know. There's power in your bones. The flowers that you've grown will water by your tears. You say you're growing old. One day you're gonna fold. Amazing how you go unbothered through the years. But if you just let go and fall into the garden that you grew, you would finally know that you don't have to be somebody new. So you finally running far away from your history, but there's clouds over your head every time, and they keep following you with no clue of what to do. I can make them vanish if you let me shine. You like to put somebody else's happiness before your own. I see the weight of Atlas on your shoulder, ways a ton. I'm trying to be the ball and light and energy for you to grow. You see, you're just a flower who has never seen the sun. You're stronger than you know. There's power in your bones. The flowers that you've grown will water by your tears. You say you're growing old. One day you're gonna fold. Amazing how you go unbothered through the years. But
I am in a church tower right now, and I'm waiting for my friends to come back down the stairs because fear of heights girly could not go higher than this. But just wanted to say hi from Sibiu, Romania. No, if you see pano videos from up top there, I'm sure it's gonna be beautiful. Just know that I did not actually go myself. Let me show you the stairs. I'm sweating just thinking about it, so look, it goes all the way up there. So I'm in a church tower though, like I'm halfway up. Whew, I need to go back into my safe darkness back here though. We love being a fear of heights girly. You guys are so brave. Documenting you. Yeah. No, I bet. Did you like the group of like 50 that came after you? You made it.
And these are like zucchini,
That's described our
sauce.
Yes. Okay, action shot.
We do a lot of like construction manufacturing, professional service.
What do you?
Is Michigan.
Please. Oh, heck. We are in Sibiu, Romania right now, which is this cute little like mountain town. Like we are in the mountains, drove through some of the mountains to get here, and it has been absolutely incredible. So this is the one that I remember in the itinerary for this trip. It said it looks like it's straight out of Hansel and Gretel. And something also that's a little bit funny is that the way, I think they're like ventilation in the houses, the way that the ventilate on the top of the roof makes it look like all of the houses have eyes. Like it makes it look like all of the houses are watching. It's one of those towns that just has like lots of small narrow streets, cute buildings. I ended up getting some souvenirs again. There was a church that we heard you could go to the top of the watchtower. I did not, but the pictures from there were beautiful, the ones that I saw that my friends took. And then last night we also had a excursion. That was the Romanian farm and dinner excursion. So with EF Ultimate Breaks, it's like you have your built-in itinerary, but then you can also add on some additional things that are just offered varying on the trip. And our Romanian dinner and farm excursion was that we were bused to like a smaller village outside, and a local family, husband and wife, prepared a full meal for us and hosted us in their home, and it was delicious. There were, I think, like 4 or 5 courses, like appetizers, soup, main dish, and the main dish was a couple different things and a dessert at the end. And they also had a homemade brandy, like Palinka is what it's called. I personally did not try any because I sniffed it before everyone else took it, and I feel like after you sniff it, like I could not stomach it, especially on an empty stomach, so I pretended during the cheers. But they also brought out homemade wine, both red and white, that were from the grapes that they grew themselves in their vineyard, and that was delicious. So everyone ended up having such a fun time. Like I feel like it was the definition of eat, drink, and be merry. So that excursion was a definite must. Everyone on the trip went on it, on my trip at least, and it was wonderful. Right now you can kind of see my hotel behind me. This trip is technically Ultimate Plus. They like don't have another option, but that just means we stay in hotel rooms and just have one roommate. Here is the view this morning. I am currently getting myself all packed up because again we just stayed one night in Sibiu and now are about to bus off to Brasov, which will be about a 2.5 hour bus ride, apparently through the mountains, so that'll be a lot. I am interested to see how this video comes together because I know that I took quite a bit of like footage just seeing, but I didn't talk very much, so it'll be interesting to see how this is edited together. But obviously fun, hopefully a little Romanian day in the life. And I'll go ahead and start a new video for Brasov because coming up we have Brasov, we have Dracula, Bucharest. There's still a lot to come. It's the 19th right now. I go home on the 22nd, so I feel like it's kind of been zooming by, and I'm excited to have these videos to look back on, see all the scenery. You know, it's all good. It's all good. But that being said, thank you so much. Remember that there is a link and a code that you can get $100 off your EF Ultimate Breaks trip if you would like to look into those, down in the description below. And I'll see you next time.